Only right, shock absorber, Batman. Hello there, and welcome back to Build the Boys. And I have issue 46 of Hachette's Build the Batmobile Tumbler to finish out this shipment. In this one, it's a bit more of the same because we're doing the mirror of what we did in the last one. So we are going to be toughening the axle, strengthening the rods, and also putting in the plate. But what we're going to do at the end of this one, because I like spoiling you people, is we're going to take everything we've built up to this point, all of it, right? And we're going to put it all together, and we're going to see what we're looking like. Because I keep hearing, we've not really done much. Nonsense. When you put it all together and look at it, go, wow, we've actually done quite a lot. And I will show you what that looks like at the end of this one. We will also be having a chat about what comes next in the world of Batman Begins and the Nolan trilogy. Did Warner Bros. Fumble the ball? Yes, because they always fumble the ball, but we'll talk about that at the end. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get this one open. Let's get this one built. Okay, so this is the section we are working on this time, and it is as expected. We got to take parts out, but it wasn't terrible. It really wasn't. But the one we're taking out this time is this one here. So let me get that off, and then we'll start the build. So we've got that first one off. Now opening our box, probably should have done first. We are going to use the part to strengthen this axle. Let me show you which one that is. So we have the plate here. It's not the part we're using. It is this arm here that we are going to be using. And let me show you exactly where that goes. Now you can see here, let me get right down on this so I can make this as clear as possible. So this is going to go over there, like so. Okay, so that's where that's going to go. Now we're going to reattach the shock absorber arm that we took off. And it's going to go in between the two there. So it's going to go in this gap here. And we're going to put that in with a BM screw. So let me get that screw ready and we'll get this done. So that's that one now in. And you can see that now has support. So that's good. It screws in between there and that's done. What we're going to do now is flip this one over and we're going to work strengthening the axle. Okay, so these are the two screws we now need to remove. So we're going to remove these, but we're not going to take anything out of here. So these two screws need to come out. One. There's two. Let's get these out properly. One out, something right out. Come on, you get out. Don't want to come. We're going to get this one out. We get the support in. Okay, so that's that one out. Leaving it as it is. We're going to take our support here and just drop that one in. That's going to sit in there nice and flush. He says. There we go. Now using two of the BM screws, I'm going to secure this one into place. And that will give our arms a bit more rigidity and certainly some much needed support. Whoop. So let's push that down now. So I'm using the 3-in-1 oil just to ease the transition of these screws because it beats having to fight against swarf or anything like that. It really does help the screw cut in. Let's get that one ready and then one more. I've just got to tighten them up. This is the other one which going into there. There we go. Right, okay, it's tightened up, then I'm going to flip it over. Okay, so that's our support now in. So you can see that there, we've now got this nicely supported, reinforced, toughened up, and that's exactly what we want to do. We're going to flip this one over. Now, if you're worried about flipping and flipping and flipping, just do what I'm doing. Let the wheels do the work. There you go. You haven't got to lift anything, just roll it round. So this is the section we're now working on. And what we're going to be doing here is move these out of the way. And taking the plate, it's going to sit this way round so we can sit this over the arm here. Just to make life a little easier, give it some support, get out of the way you. And we're going to hold this in place with two of the CM screws. So let's get that done. So there is that one screwed in nicely, nice and tight. And again, I'll flip this one over so you can see exactly what's going on with it. So there you can see our arms now have channels to sit in, which is going to stop some of the flop as such. So hopefully this is going to start getting reinforced now. Happy, happy, happy. But that is all there is to do in this one. But what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm going to put this together. So I'm going to build this as much as I can, and you can see just exactly how much we really have done. Okay, so with our frame here, with our chassis, sorry, this is how we're now looking. So you can see the kind of clearance we got from the bottom. The wheels won't completely flop around now. We've put those supports in. So you get an idea of exactly how much height we've got there. Now I'm going to put the cockpit in place. So now you can see with the cockpit in place. Starting to look a little grander now, is it? I'm using the little Tumbler. I'm no good for anything to support this. You can see exactly how we're going to go. It's starting to look bigger now, isn't it? Let's get a little bit more. So now we've got our nose very loosely on and our windscreen. Clearly there's something that's going to go. There's a lot more to build up onto this. But we've done quite a lot, haven't we? When you start looking like this, not looking too shabby, is it? Happy, happy, happy. It's looking nice. Yeah, it's looking good. This is just a mock-up, as I said. We still got back wheels and whatnot to put on it. But this is just an idea of how this is going to look and how much we've actually done. And what we've done is a lot. So stop saying we haven't really done much. We've done loads. Look at it. Look at it. Pepsi can scale. We've done lots. And it's looking really nice. Let's have a chat. Looking nice, right? So this is starting to look like a Tumbler. This is bloody massive. And as I said, it's easy that we've not really done much. You've done loads. Look at it. This is huge. We have done loads. I get that we spent all that time doing all the wires. It felt like we weren't really getting anywhere. But I mean, honestly, we've done a lot. And in the next 6, we'll have done even more because we worked on the back of this. So this is now starting to come together. So I'm hoping that kind of mock-up has given you an idea of exactly where we are and what we're doing. That this is, you know, we have built a lot. Not like, there's nothing to do in this. You've done loads. I don't know what part part works you've been doing, but this is how part works work. This is normal. And under the circumstances, 46 issues in, you've got a lot of car. Go back and look at where other builds were at stage 46. They didn't look like this, believe me. We're doing really well. Really, really well. And we are over a third of the way through now. That's where we are. So 120 issues, I believe we're on. I want to say it's 120. 120 issues, and we're over a third of the way through. So by the time we do the next 6, we'll be up to issue, 52? So we're still not even halfway there. But we've built what looks like a good half of the car. So, you know, chill. It'll be all right. I know it's weird because you're used to having kind of rolling chassis and that's how it builds. But when you sort of mock it up like this, you go, oh, we've done a lot. And it's like, you have done a lot. So it's nice to see. I'm looking at it now and I'm smiling because I've got an idea of how big this is going to be. And it's going to be gorgeous, man. It's going to be really nice. That's all for the build instructions. If you are just sticking around the build instructions, thank you for stopping by. If you're sticking around for our Bat Chat, we are talking about the aftermath of Batman Begins box office receipts. So when all was said and done, it took 781 million at the box office, which, again, it's a modest hit by today's standards. It's all right. It was a modest hit. It was top 9, and you know, Warner Brothers have an nasty habit of getting carried away. So what we were saying was, we really enjoyed this. We'd like more of this, please. What they heard was, so you're telling us you want Superman? No, we didn't say that. We didn't say that. You're saying you want Superman. No, that's not what we're saying. No, definitely by going to watch Batman Begins, what you're telling us is that you want a nice campy Superman movie. We're not saying, I promise you we're not saying that. Swear we're not. But that's what we got. So what they did from this was, rather than, okay, people want these kind of darker, they want these more realistic superhero movies, they want something a bit of class, a bit more quality control attached to it. They didn't hear that. They just heard ka-ching, 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 and decided, let's go full steam ahead on every single DC project we can. And they shouldn't have. They should have just focused on what they were doing, but they didn't. Which must have been a frustration for Christopher Nolan, because again, at this point, immediately they're looking at what can we add to the Batman universe, and respect to Nolan for digging his heels in. Be like, no, this is Batman. This is Batman's story, not the Justice League, not Superman, nothing of that. This is Batman's story, and my focus is telling this self-contained story, this arc, and its opus was about to come in The Dark Knight. I think I think we can all discuss all day long which was the better movie, but I think most people are going to land on Dark Knight was the better of the trilogy. But we're going to talk about that, and we won't be talking about that next month. We're going to be talking about everything that came in between, because as I said, Warner Brothers were determined to shoot themselves in the foot. And not only were they trying to make Superman work, but they were trying to launch another Batman at the same time that this Batman was going. A live-action Batman. Can you believe that? You've had the success of this one, run with this one. But no, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a second Batman into our universe. Why? But that's what they did. Whereas the rest of us were just eagerly awaiting to find out who was going to play the Joker in Dark Knight, in The Dark Knight. There's a lot to unpack about what's going to happen, because between Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises, where the trilogy ended, DC tried to launch a lot and failed a lot. Yet Batman just remained its constant. And we'll talk about all of what happened in between this and The Dark Knight. In the next delivery, we'll go through everything from the truly, truly diabolical Superman Returns right through to who else they cast as Batman whilst Christian Bale was playing Batman, because that happened. That's all from me. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps our channel enormously, and we really do just appreciate your support. If you'd like to message us, you can message us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. And remember, until next time, Gotham needs us. I'll see you soon.